to the other thing. Look, I know I said the words Jim Crow, and if you listen to the media, they would say that I wanted it to come back like you would say Beetlejuice if you said Beetlejuice 3 times. And I'm not saying it to be funny, I'm saying it because that's literally what happened. In that meeting in Philadelphia, what happened was we were talking about black families. If you look at the empirical data, before Lyndon Johnson's Great Society, black marriage rates were significantly higher. Did I reference Jim Crow? Yeah, because that was the era of time. Do I want it to come back? No, I don't. And I think the most, and brother, I want to say this. Hold on, because it's important. Because again, if you want a talking point, that's one thing. If you want a detailed answer, that's another. In our politics, the most disgusting thing that happens, and it happens all across the board, is that people will say something and your words get shifted to saying things that is not what you were talking about. That is not what I was talking about. I can't control what editors at the news media do. Because I will tell you, the article that was written by the Philadelphia Inquirer and by Politico, who were in that room, if you read the articles actually put in context exactly what I said. But what the editorial board saw, the editor said, no, we're going to change that headline. Nobody wants Jim Crow to return. I don't want Jim Crow to return.
Say it again. Say it again.
You want me to repeat myself?
Repeat that again.
Nobody wants Jim Crow to return. I don't want Jim Crow to
ridiculous.
But we were talking about black families, and I was referencing an era. And that I was talking about black families, 100%. That era, that era. But hold on, Wesley. My brother, hold on. Calm down, though. My man, chill. Can I answer the question? Right. This is important. It's okay. Whoa. Both of y'all are talking. I'm trying to hear both of y'all.
Do you understand the critique on that statement? Minimally by black folks, do you understand the critique on the statement?
So here's what I'm going to tell you about the critique. The reason why my stance, whether it was Joy Reid, Abby Phillips, or Al Sharpton, the reason why the critique made no sense to me is because I understand what happens in politics. Hold on now. Because here's what happened. This is the fact pattern of what happened. And that leads to the narrative building that does occur, unfortunately, in politics. We're in the middle of a presidential election. Let's call it what it is. Yes, I'm on the short list for the vice presidency. I get that. The reason why my comments were taken that way is because the Joe Biden campaign, which has no answers for what's actually hurting black Americans today, they wanted to take my words and twist my words to say that I want Jim Crow to return. That's crazy talk. I don't want that. But if you refer to an era in time, and now you're saying that you want it to come back, now you're not being honest with people. You're playing on their fears. You're playing on, and this is how bro. And they took the term. So hold on, bro. Chip, you want me to answer or you want to answer? You want to answer my question? Do you want to answer the question, or you want me to answer the question? Because I'll answer the question. I'm not talking around it. I talk directly to it. I do it all the time. Are you ready now? So you ready? Are 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 you ready?
I need you to give him the respect. You have yelled out several times. Just give the respect. He's answering.
Are you ready? No. You can go. I don't need it. I got it. Listen. I say it all the time. The history of our country is very, very painful. Oh, shh. This is important. The history of our country is very, very painful. It's very painful. But now if we refer to it, if now the point is that now it's going to insinuate that you want that back, that is what is destructive. That's what destructive. We all learn from our history. I learned from it too. But you also have to understand that even during the plight of Jim Crow, where black families were targeted targeted, were persecuted. And I will add, Jim Crow was Democrat policy in the South, because that's what it was. It was Democrat policy in the South. But if you, it's not different, brother. It's the truth. Because let's talk, hold on. Do you want to talk about it or do you want to yell about it? Because I'll talk to you about it. Every Democrat member of the United States Senate, Ennis, Robert Byrd, they were all Dixiecrats. They were all Dixiecrats. Robert Ennis was a Dixiecrat. Robert Byrd was a Dixiecrat. And you know what? They didn't change their party. They stayed as Democrats. Robert Byrd led Democrat senators to filibuster the 57 Civil Rights Act and to filibuster the 64 Civil Rights Act. They didn't change parties. They stayed as Democrats. So if we're going to talk history, let's talk history. But let's not shout over other people. All I'm going to say is, if you're going to twist my words, I'm going to answer you. Because the truth of the matter is that if you refer to a history in time to talk about the fact that even under the Democrat persecution of black people in the Jim Crow South, under all of that persecution, the black family found solace with each other. That's a positive thing in spite of the persecution that occurred. Now, if we're going to talk about marriage rates in the black family going down, you have to acknowledge that Lyndon Johnson's Great Society, that all of the welfare programs that came with Lyndon Johnson's Great Society, another Democrat, by the way, they would look to make sure the black man was not in the home so people can get a check. That's been destructive of the black family. And the third thing I'll say is today in America, the black family is reforming. That's a positive thing. That's a great thing. We need to encourage that more. And my brother, and I'm gonna tell you, in love, one black man to another. The number one thing we need to be concerned about now, black families in America, which is already starting, is that when the black middle class is thriving, like it is starting to thrive again in America, the last 10 to 15, really the last 20 years in America today, through education, through economies, you cannot have destructive economic policies from the Democrat Party, which makes it harder for a black family to have money, save money, and pass generational wealth onto their children going forward. I'm looking forward. I know the history of our country. And if you were going to ask me today, what's the policy that's most important for a black family or any family in America, it's making sure that their purchasing power is not destroyed so they can build generational wealth and pass something on to their children that they love. That's my answer.
And sir, and then we're going to end on this. Byron I totally agree with everything he just said. I understand the divisive nature of the words Jim Crow. I understand that. Okay, so I hear where you are coming from.
I do too.
What I do want you to hear us say is that we aren't speaking about Jim Crow in terms of going back. We are talking about it in terms of a period in history, and I'm not trying to be divisive in that way. So I hear that word, those two words, trigger a generation. When my parents hear they're still alive, it triggers a generation. I understand that. We didn't live in that time, so we are speaking about it in a different way because we didn't live it. I understand it happened, but we didn't live it. So what Byron and I are trying to sit here and tell you is this. We agree. We understand that those times were horrible. Under no circumstances do we ever want to return to anything like that. But I do... With what you said is something I will actually think about and use some deference with. And like I said, I don't like canceling words. I don't like that. I like telling it like it is. But I do understand how those two words to a lot of people in this country is a really bad visceral trigger. I understand that. But I want you to understand that we don't view it that way. We're trying to have a nuanced conversation by talking about a period of time.
Context matters. And I want to say again.
And thank you very much.
I mean it. Can I just remind people real quickly?
I do appreciate
Seriously. Can I remind people real quick about what happened last week? I think it was last week, the week before. Donald Trump went around the country. Wait, I need him to listen. Let her talk.
Saves your attention, bro.
Because I know you know this is positive. I'm trying to let him listen. Last week in Detroit, what happened? Donald Trump went and was speaking in the black community, in the projects, with pastors. He sat down and what What? In Detroit. That's what I said. I'm sorry. In Detroit. You were there. What did that black pastor say to him? He said, Barack Obama didn't come sit with us. Joe Biden didn't come sit with us. Thank you for coming to sit to listen. That way, no. Can you let me finish? I swear, it's like I'm talking to my teenagers here. Please, just let me finish. My point is this. You don't have to agree. These men came up with this idea to come here and leave their 3, 6, 9 children to come and have a conversation. I think this has been beautiful. This is positive. I hope that people can leave with respect for the differences and celebrate those differences, and hopefully in the future remember, like when we yell and scream, nothing happens, does it? Does it?